I mean, the girls did everything they could, and just kind of Greely got that last puck, the last bounce. How tough is this to swallow? Season being over and ending the way it did.
It's always tough when the seasons end. They're a great bunch of kids. Unfortunately, that's the way it ended. But when you look, prior to that, getting behind 3-1, they had to regroup, and I hate to keep saying it, but the reality is we got a lot of young kids. They haven't been through this experience. I think they did a great job. 3-1, they could have called it quits, and packed it in. They didn't. Kept on working, even in the waiting to make ice, and they still felt positive and everything, and that was just a mad scramble. Sometimes that's the way it goes.
They scored 14 seconds in. You guys able to rally from that. Then they score a minute in the second. How did the girls keep coming back the way they did?
Well, we went over some of that going in. We saw the games that Greely played, and they strike quick. They got some outstanding hockey players there. And we saw that was kind of the MO. They were jumping quick. So we talked about, how we're going to set up to keep that from happening. And we did a good job on the drop. Then we made a mistake down the road. So it wasn't something they weren't prepared for. And, it's not so much that we were doing negative stuff, but they're young, and I told them, I said, I'm going to put stuff out in front of you. So if it does happen, we're hoping it doesn't, but you'll be able to overcome it and understand what we need to do. And they did a great job. The credit goes to them. I mean, we just kind of put it out to them, try and prepare them as best we can. And I'll go further and mention that when we were behind, we practiced 6-on-5. I said, I hope we don't need it, but if we do, and that worked out for us. They did a real good job. So, I think for young kids, all the way around. Again, I got some seniors too. They did a great job, and some upperclassmen. But the brunt of it is very young kids in the mix, and I think it's a good lesson. It's a tough lesson, but that's life. And I told them they keep their head up high because they did a heck of a job.
Obviously, Camry looked like she was upset on some of those goals, but making that save with 2 seconds left in regulation and some of the other ones, how big was she for you guys in this one?
Real big. She has been all year, and I mean, there's nothing in the first three. They're all scrambles, and actually the fourth one was. They're all scrambles. Stuff slides through. A goalie's just got to try and be big and get in the way, and they went in. So be it. But yeah, she made some giant saves there that could have changed this whole thing. Right from square one, and she's done it all year. She's played some games, and again, for her, not so much tonight, but some games she hardly saw any shots, but they seem to be real quality shots, and she's always up to the task, and I can't say enough good things about her. She did a great job.